We are the students of the University of Jos postgraduate studies in the field of music and media. We have an interesting topic to deal with today, and today we are diving into a topic that many people hear about, but few people understand: music repertoire management and artist management. Why do so many talented musicians struggle to build lasting careers? And what's the missing factor behind the scene? With us is someone who knows this very well. He is the student's professor, Dr. Emmanuel AIMIWU, a respected lecturer from the Department of Music, University of Jos. He will be helping us unpack the challenges and mistakes, opportunities behind artist growth and development in Nigeria. Before I take you to our guest, let me say some things about him that would interest you as well. He is the first HOD of the Department of Music, University of Jos. In fact, he championed the cause to bring the department into the University of Jos, which is the first northern university in Nigeria to have such department. Dr. AIMIWU used his good name in music world to attract top professors in the field of music, such as Professor Damascus Kafube, Professor E. Idolo, Professor Onyeji, and a late Professor Isaac I. This is to tell you that our professor here is full with so many impacts in the field of music. And as the first HOD of the Department of Music, he led students to the National Music Competition that's comprising of several universities in Nigeria. And it will interest you to know that University of Jos, where he is, became the first and then the fourth in other categories. He is now the postgraduate coordinator of the Department of Music. He also works as a visiting lecturer with Plateau State University, Bokos, Federal College of Education, now Federal University of Education, Panshin, and then NTA College. And he also visits FCE Zaria as well. He's a director of the choral group of the University of Jos. And then he is also a Christian, a father, and a great man of prestige in the society. Sir, you are highly welcome to our studio. It's so nice to have you. I don't know whether you can still have more to say about what I've said about you. You know, I can't describe you more than you can do yourself.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be your present, and it is a day of joy, and it's a dream come true that people talk about music, and we are about to go into the integrity of what music, and one part of it, which is the repertoire and the management, which we are going to talk about today. You will find out that my background gives me the intricacies of whatever I'm going to talk about. As a music practitioner, popular music, art music, traditional music, born into music, definitely the mission of what this class stands for today is on the right place. I am pleased to be amongst you.
You're welcome.
As we go on, I will tell you I have the opportunity to talk more about myself and about the program and about the repertoire we want to talk about. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So to set the ball rolling, let me still remind us about the topic we're discussing. We're discussing music repertoire and artist management in Nigeria, the barriers first and the path forward. Now, Our professor, let me call you our professor. In this part of the world that we're into, I've discovered that we have some challenges that we need to address in the field of music. Now, can you just help our listener to understand what is music repertoire and how is it used in professional music?
Yes, straight away to talk about music repertoire is simple language. It's a musical piece or group of musical pieces that a musician or artist or a group of musicians can perform at any given time, or they can play, or they know about, and it is known to them at a short time. If they are the music they know, and by their repertoire, they say, "Show me your friend, I will tell you who you are." By the repertoire, you can even say, "Oh, this is how good these musicians are," or "This is how group this they are," by looking at what their repertoire look like.
All right. So this is to tell us that repertoire is more of a collection, right? All right, so then why is it in this, let me just digress a little bit before we hit the main thing we want to talk about. Why is repertoire management important for musicians?
It tells how good the musician is. It tells how skillful, the versatility of the students, of the musician, how good they are. It is the repertoire. From reading the repertoire, you can know the knowledge they have about the music they are talking about. Because repertoire has various stages and type of repertoires.
All right.
And if you want me to digest into that, there's standard repertoire, there's personal repertoire, there's instrumental repertoire, there's repertoire for voices, and so on and so forth.
Then there is a place for a manager in music. So, what does an artist manager do, especially in Nigerian music industry? What is expected of a music manager?
One, there are so many, but let's take it one by one. Discovery, development, financial management, relationship, legal representation, medical marketing of their products, and in short, is the closet advisor.
Advisor.
It's an advisor to the artist.
All right. All right. So, having explained all this, how does good management help a music career to succeed?
With a good management, the artist will have time to face the music, as I say. The artist will have time to think about and begin to build an impact, a pattern, a formula, and creating an image which he concentrates on. And the manager will now concentrate on the finance, contract signing, representation, booking, traveling, and every other arrangement. Then the artist will have time to concentrate on the substance known as music.
Oh, interesting. So it means the manager is crucial in this case. But I don't know whether we still have people managing people, artists in this part of the world. Because I know that in those days, for you to even sing, to produce music, you have to pass through all these procedures. But I don't know what really changed along the line. But then, as we've already set the ball rolling, we're going to talk about the barriers. Let's identify some of the barriers. What are the main problems facing musicians in Nigeria when it comes to managing their songs and careers?
Education. Education. Socrates says, "Man, know thyself." People take music for granted. As a result, I have a saying, and I know anybody who can talk can sing. And anybody who can sing can say, you are a musician. And anybody who can make sound can say, oh, you are a musician. And one thing I find out that music, there are mismanagement, unethical behavior. You want to copy A and you make mistake and you call it your own style. These are things that lead to what we call misconception. And some people call it style. It's not style. Mm-hmm. So music means regulatory body. Any discipline that doesn't have a regulatory body, definitely anything goes for anything, which I think is what is happening in the music aspect now. Anybody can do anything. There must be a legal representative control and balancing. Anything with any freedom without balancing, freedom without restriction, is anarchy.
Anarchy. Wow, I like that one. Freedom without restriction is anarchy. Now, sir, I recently heard about issues of financial crisis between managers and artists. Now, I believe that if we're going to connect this, it's going to be a problem of no proper accountability and documentation. How does the lack of proper documentation affect income and recognition in music to the artist?
Well, I want to take you back before answering that question. The purpose of this course is to actually explain what is repertoire. And as I said, repertoire is a collection of musical pieces an artist can play. How do repertoire come about? Can be your own music or other artists' music or music for whatever reason. The first thing first about to put things right, I want to say, what is music? Let us get that definition clear. A lot of people say music is a collection of sound arranged. Some people say to please the ear, for entertainment, or this and that. Or music is sound, as people, that is what my own concept of music. But definitely, from the music media concept, music is life. Music is life. I and you, humans, are the harmony and melody that the creator, God himself, who is the composer, the playwright, the philosopher, and the musicians are using. Until we understand these concepts, then we can now know, when we talk of repertoire, that these are the remnants, the things put together by human factor, which is being controlled by the creators.
I like that.
And that is the concept. And when we get it, we now know what is the use of this music. I want to take you a little bit further. In the Bible, one of the significant things we are told about music is that David played a musical instrument to heal King Saul. How many musicians today, or how many artists can you say is playing a music to heal somebody? But yet we have in music what we call music therapy. That means music heals. These are part of the things. When you are getting your repertoire, is this repertoire of music, which one is for fighting? Which one is for war? Which one is for peace? Which one is for reconciliation? Which one is for entertainment? Which one is for motivation? This should be well defined. And who are to do that? Except you are educated. Education. Of educating and enlightening people to understand what is music. Even the artists themselves need to humble themselves to know what the virtue of what it is they call music that they are doing.
That's true. The student's professor, At the course of our discussion, something landed into my mind. Um, this culture of having a friend to manage me or a brother to manage me, that's the informal structure of managing artists and music. What can you say about that? Does informal management really harm the artist or protects him or really protects the artist?
Yes, it's vice versa, positive and negative. That is, if I want to talk about that, I will relate it to family impacts on artists. You will find out that artists, depending upon your family background, when you are going into the music, there are some family who they will be there to help you financially propagate your music, educate and propagate your music everywhere, and even give you financial support till you are able to stand on your own. And at that time, there's a family name also to protect. At times, this family, if they stand by you, the artist, they help to bring the best out of the artist. Some artists, I can use myself as an example. I'm from a very large family. And because of how big we are, and I'm in music, if you say you are from AIMIWU, they will not ask you, do you know that one who is a policeman, who is a musician? Everybody says, once you know, say we are the same family, you become a reference point. So family has a positive and negative aspect to add to it. But if you belong to some certain families and there are certain type of music you are doing, they have a name to protect. They may even be against you. Supposing you have a family who are into drugs or any other, you can be negatively infected. And at the end of the day, it doesn't help. But definitely, a family, friends, you need them to succeed.
That's true. And that reminds me of a story I once heard of an artist who was sponsored by his uncle. And after the launch of the album, all the royalties and everything were confiscated, let me use that word,
Yes,
by the
I think
same
they are
uncle.
saying God.
Probably.
I think they are saying God.
Not to mention names, but
Yeah.
but this is an alarming factor that must be addressed. So I think it calls
You
for,
know, money.
yes.
Money separates husbands and wives. Money separate friends.
Yeah.
Money separate brothers and sisters. So when it comes to money and management, that is why it's a different topic. And because of the society we are today, you find out that for a basic artist who really means what to do, needs proper education. Proper education, I can say for masters in music, media and music, the musician who is now studying media can do music media better than a camera man who is just a cameraman, or a journalist who is just talking about every concept of life from a journalistic point of view.
Wow.
A musician who knows this and is doing journalism about music, media, he will do it better in all ramifications. For instance, if a sound is going on, a guitar sound or a microphone, a trombone sound, and he knows who is a trained musician, he knows where to take the camera to. So it makes education is just the key words.
Yeah. It's quite unfortunate.
Knowledge and understanding.
We're running out of time, but let's just rush this how I wish. But let's come back to the home front. As a lecturer in the Department of Music, how far have you gone in enlightening students about what they need to know about artist management?
Yes, that is, artist management is the soul of music today. If somebody is a marketer, maybe a contractor, he doesn't know much about music, he cannot manage you well. He cannot manage a musician well. A musician needs a musician to manage him well. And that is why we're having School of Music. in the department, we have business management. We have music business. We have studies, we have courses that run on all aspects of music, performance, audience reactions, and how to relate with the audience, and financial management. How do you manage touring? How do you get your legal backing? How do you get into contracts? How do you scout for talents? And how do you develop them? How do you motivate them? These are things, if a musician who knows these things and is managing an artist, he can now know the ingredient, the concept, the ethical, the emotional concept that every musician feels, whether you like it or not. Every musician has something in common. Definitely. Once you are an artist.
Definitely, definitely. So can we quickly discuss the solutions now, the way forward? So what changes are needed to improve artist and repertoire management in Nigeria?
I'm happy about solution. I had a preacher telling his congregation that the pastor can tell you the pint you are wearing and you are excited.
Yeah.
He can tell you when you were born and you are say, did he solve the problem that brought you there?
Yeah.
We are discussing about repertoire and artist management. What are the solutions? I think that is the area I'm much more interested. The problems are, what are we going to find solution to? One of the things, government policy. Government policy. We can hear government talk about agriculture. We hear government talk about housing. We hear government taking time to say anything about science. And even when they talk about arts, you hear government at times they talk about Nollywood, they are interested. But nobody talks of music, even from the government point of view. There is no policy. I now, as an art musician, I cannot go just to the bank and say, I'm a musician, I need loan. They will look at you as, are you serious? And even in research in the university, very rare you hear people giving, or a private company or government test fund giving research on music.
Wow.
So the problem is that first, there must be a deliberate policy from the government to look into what is music, because music is facing too many problems. It is free like the air, but it has to be preserved because it is important. Music is important. From the day you are born to the day you die, even when you die, you still need music. Music is emotional. Music keeps everybody going. It has a healing power. It has a motivating power. It has a way to coordinate people. There's music for reconciliation. There's music for war. There's music for wrestling. There's music for sport. There's music for eating. There's music for meeting. There's music for thinking. Even a great scientist needs music when he or she is doing his research.
Wow. So, wow, our time is fast spent. But then let's just quickly talk about this. What can you say about the online platforms we have right now compared to the traditional medium of selling music business rather? What can you say about the current streaming platforms like Spotify, Google, and
YouTube? Yes, that is another thing. It is a very good thing that has happened. It has helped the artists, the barrier, the concept of getting to a label owner before you go through audition, before you can get your music online. There are so many things. But with this streaming, you can be in your bedroom and release whatever you want to release. But then it has its positive and negative effects. The positive effect is that it opens doors for artists. Artists can be in Nigeria and begin to make waves with artists or audience in US, in Africa, outside Africa, all over the globe, which was not possible before. But the aspect of it which is also negative is that anything, as I said before, any freedom without restriction is anarchy. Anybody can go inside his house and do anything and put it on the YouTube, and that's all. It does not encourage professionalism.
Yeah, that's true, sir. All right. Lastly, what advice would you give to students who want to work in the field of artist management and music repertoire?
Because of time, just believe me, education.
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 That's all.
Education.
Education.
Education. Knowledge and understanding.
Yeah.
And the knowledge you know doesn't, but how do you put it? You got the knowledge, understand, and put it into action, which you are here doing today. Today, I can see all of you here, the cameraman, the anchorman, the auditor in the room, in the everything. You are all musicians. And this is what you are, that is the way to go. That is the, nobody will tell the story of the musician than the musician themselves. Pick up these things, go ahead there, tell the world what we can do and what you can do as music media.
Thank you so much. Dear viewer, thank you for watching. We've learned a lot from the student's professor. We've talked about music management, the challenges, and the way forward. But the key point there is education, information is the key to solve all these issues. And that is why the students of the University of Jos postgraduate program in the field of music and mass media brought this to you to enlighten the young artists that are coming up to know about what is happening in the field and to be an eye-opener for them to forge into the future. Sir, we are so grateful for joining us in the studio today. And I'm not just alone in this production. I have the crew members. We are all students together. I have Winner on the camera, Mr. Daru on another camera, and then Mr. Leon is on the console. Thank you for joining us. We hope to bring this to you again next time, and it promises to be interesting. God bless you and have a wonderful time ahead.